Howdy. I'm making a hopefully quick video comparing the 3 guns that I keep around me in the house. I have 4 that I own, but one's with my mom, so I'm not including that one in this video. So the 3 that I have right now to describe are my Rock Island Armory M200, my Ruger Wrangler, and my Diamondback Sidekick. And as always, with a gun video, when I'm not showing how ammo falls out, snap caps, already used ammo, snap caps. So all 3 are safe to dry fire. So first thing I want to mention is I listed them in the way that I did because I named them in order of which I bought which time. So the first I bought was the RIA, the next was the Ruger Wrangler, the third was the Diamondback Sidekick. So I'm going to be showing them and giving the pros and cons to each one in that order. So this first, you maybe noticed it already, but I painted I think is a sign, a little bit of red nail polish. It's kind of come off a little, but oh well. So the big plus to this gun, it's like a tank. You can probably, maybe you can see it right here. It has a pretty good ding in it. There, it's got a little scratch right there. Has one here. I had a not so good habit of dropping it when I was getting out of the car. I would be sitting, but it still works fine. So this thing is built like a tank. And of the 3 that I have, this one's the most easy to pull back the hammer. Not hard. Now, is that a good thing? Maybe. It uses, I don't know if you can see that. Don't know if you can see it. Probably not. It's 38 special. So moderately powerful. So for me, I have strong fingers, but not strong wrists. So for me, firing, it bounces pretty good. That's one of the reasons why I changed my ammo size. But the perks. Good hammer is relatively easy to decock. Now it has a transfer bar. So it's safe to load all 6 chambers. It's DASA, SA, DA. So it can be used good for self-defense. It has polymer grips shaped to fingers. There's almost no way that's going to drop, especially if your finger is in there. Now, it has a kind of awkward cylinder release. Pull back, flips out. I can use it. Excuse me. The normal way you do it is bang, 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 finished. I can't do that quickly. So like I've shown in another video, what I do for this gun, bang, 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 empty. I can do that with one hand, easy. Then to eject, you just and now you can now you can get speed loaders for this. I think it works with a HKS DSA, but I don't use that because it's complicated for me. I use a speed strip. So for me, it would look like this if I put it back in there. Empty. So I can do it relatively fast, but it's because I had to find a way for myself. and my DIY snap caps sprawled everywhere. Now, I only recently went and bought this, but the ammo that I use for everyday use it's called Hornady Critical Defense. I don't know why they put this rubber stuff into the tip of the hollow point, but yeah, whatever. So, what are my negatives? It's big, and I mean really big compared to the other guns that I have. If you buy the one with the wooden grips, it's not designed for people with big hands, first. Second, you can see here that it matches. If you have the wooden ones with this, your middle finger is not going to be there. It's going to be up here. So you're going to have your, which is awkward. So there's size, awkward grips if you want to use wooden ones. When you get it from the factory, it is drenched in oil. Ammo is a little bit expensive, and like I said before, for somebody like me, the recoil is so there's that for what it's worth. Next is the Ruger Wrangler. This one is a single action only. It's a cowboy style, which means loading gate. And the I completely forgot what that name is. It has this little tool. Maybe it's the extractor bar? I don't know. To load and unload this, you use this. I'm sorry, I just realized that I'm off screen. You open, use this, and that. So it's a very cowboy style gun, but it has one big difference. With a cowboy gun, you have 4, not clink, clicks. Click, 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 click. This one, you have 1, 2, 3. It's a heavy hammer. It has a transfer bar, so it's safe to have all 6 loaded. But I can't really see what the 3 clicks are for. Okay, I think it's that right there. It drops. First click, I think, is when that pops back into place. Second, I think, is the tooth that's back here pulling down to make this spin. And third is when this falls into place. But I don't know for sure. But when you're doing it fast, it sounds like 2. Click, click. This is the type of gun that you would use if you're wanting to cowboy shoot, but you want to make it a little bit faster. Now, one thing you have to keep in mind, some of you maybe know Clint Eastwood. He had a famous movie scene where he has fired all his ammo and he starts walking towards his new target. And while he's doing that, he's doing this. Not that. Excuse me a second. Let's see if that helps. Oh, okay. Now it's doing it. He basically took his empty cylinder out, pulled out a new one, and stuck it in. Obviously, I only have one, but that's kind of an okay way to reload a single action Colt style, but at the same time, it's hard if you're not accustomed to doing it. So, like with me, you saw I had a little bit of a moment when this didn't want to slide out. Now it did, so I can take out this. So, is copying that movie a good idea? Maybe. What I would recommend is do something kind of like what I do. Have one as your first gun and one as your second. So when this is empty, or when this is empty, you can drop, pull, and continue shooting. Now, you maybe noticed this has polymer grips. This has polymer grips, but this has wood. This feels so much better. Now it's smoother, yes, but it feels much more normal. Now, what's the pros and cons? From my perspective, these sights are a little bit awkward. You can see just how wide that back trough is. You have the front blade, the back trough, and this is like that, and the blade is like this. So you have this big windage. You have to try to, do I need to go here, 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 here? You have to try to decide how you, so that's a little bit annoying, but it's much more easy to use than some that I've seen. It's more safe for sure. It's good with recoil because it's a little bit heavy. So I like it. The negatives, it's a long reload. And obviously it does not have double action. Now, Diamondback Sidekick. This one is a copy of a Colt, I think. It's a copy of a cowboy style gun, but with a lot of improvements, but it has a few. So with this one, single action, double action. The double action is hard. Single action, easy. Now you maybe noticed this one has that tool that you open and it'll pink, pink, pink. this looks like it has one. But in reality, it's a swing out. This little knob is a second way. Now, what are the perks? Nine shot. 6, 6. It feels like a cowboy gun, mostly. You can use these on this. Okay. You can use a normal holster. Its recoil is okay because it's a 22. And if you buy yourself a 22 mag cylinder, it can work good for self-defense, but I forgot to order myself one. So the cons. Its double action trigger is. Now I can, but it's much more easy just to. Now that's something I wanted to point out. I've seen people do this. That's not safe. Especially with this one because its hammer is so heavy. Can be done, but not a good idea. What would I recommend? Well, not doing this. I would not encourage that. What I would encourage is this. Much more easy. Same with this. Gives you more control, and doing this is a little bit more natural than. So that's my 2 cents for what it's worth. So which one would I recommend? Well, if you're like me and you're not good with recoil, don't get this. Which would I recommend for the rest of you? This or this? It depends. If you're wanting more ammo, if you're wanting it more like a cowboy gun, if you're wanting relatively fast reload, so it just depends. Your choice. But I just wanted to make a comparison video. I will see you next time. Happy trails.